much for clicking on my channel. We're all smiles over here. I am Will Sonja, just like asking a question. Will Sonja help you keep your smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm going to try not to keep it long, but y'all already know if it gets good, I'm going to keep on talking. The golden nugget today is faith is the balance. Listen, you think you need this to get that. Can I tell you something different? You don't. If this hadn't showed up in your life so you can get that, then guess what? You're going to have to replace this that you think you need with some faith. Growing up, y'all, my twin sister and I, every single school year would ask ourselves, are we going to have new school clothes? You think we're going to have new school clothes? Why? Because sometimes we didn't have the coin. Sometimes we didn't have the money. Sometimes we had a moolah, but my mom was what? Anchored in faith. Strong-willed faith. And my dad was too, but he wasn't as vocal and as loud. He didn't go to church as much as we did, but he was still on board. He would always say, you better listen to your mama. She know what she's talking about. So my mom would say, you better have some faith and trust God. And we would. We knew we didn't have the moolah, and we was like, listen, we can't wear these same clothes that we wore last year. We can't wear these same shoes we wore last year. And so we would begin to activate our faith, begin to thank God already that it's already done. In other words, believing those things that wasn't as though they were already in our possession. And that's what we were doing. And so we were activated. And before you know it, y'all, we were here knocking at the door, somebody saying, hey, listen, we want to give this to the girls. We were like, school clothes, school shoes. Or we'll get a phone call with somebody call and say, hey, we want to take your girls out shopping on a shopping spree. And every school year, we would have clothes to wear, new clothes to wear. And that's how it works, y'all. It has happened so much in my life growing up and even now. Because sometimes, you know, we can get caught up in doing things the traditional way as far as having to have a certain thing to get that desire. And that's not how God works. When you are aligned and connected, which means God is at the forefront of your life, moving in and through you, that you're able to see within your journey with some clarity, then God does not do things the traditional way. Those ways that people say you got to do this in order to get that, and you got to do this and do that and do this and do that. And if you don't do those things, then you're not going to get it. God said you might as well throw that out the window, throw that out the door, throw that out of any type of opening that you have, because God doesn't work like that. God comes through the way He wants to come through. That's why if you're looking for something to bring in what you desire and it hasn't showed up yet, then you're gonna have to replace it with some what? Yes, replace it with faith. That's what we did growing up, and that's what I still do. Anytime that this doesn't show up to get me that, I replace this with some faith. And guess what? Every single time I either get a phone call or somebody knocks at my door, or I run into somebody as far as at the grocery store, I run into somebody and get to talking with them, and they'll have the answer to what I need to get it done. And that's how it works, y'all. Faith is the balance. So whatever it is that you think you need to get that certain thing, and if that hadn't showed up yet in your possession, replace it with some what? Say it again. One more time. For real now, one more time. Yes, replace it with some faith. And watch how God come through for you, either through somebody knocking on your door or giving you a phone call. It's coming through. And don't be looking for it the traditional way, because God is not traditional. Oh, He's not ordinary. He's not an ordinary God. He's not an ordinary source of all resources. He's not going to come through the way you think He should, because that means you try to look at Him and put Him in a box. You can't contain. Oh, that's good. You can't contain the greatness, the goodness of God and compare Him how other people do things. You can't do that. No. You just need to replace what you think you need with some faith and keep that mental on point. Because when your mental is on point, then you can as a man thinketh, so is he. Then you can believe that those things that are not as though they are already, right? Then your mental on point, and you're gonna be able to push that faith on in there, which means now you're creating balance. Yes. So if it ain't no money, put some faith. If it ain't no food, put some faith. If it isn't whatever, put some faith, and watch how that situation balance out, and you'll be able to pull in the manifestation that you so desire. Y'all heard me clear, loud and clear. I hope so. Listen, but if by any chance that you didn't get what I was saying, rewind this thing and watch again. I can tell you with a surety. That is a word, right? I think I said that right. If not, you know what I'm trying to say. That what? Faith will indeed balance it out. You just got to replace what you think you need with some what? With some faith. All right, y'all, I'm going to go. If you didn't get this thing, like I said, rewind and watch again. But in the meantime, in between time, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. And remember to replace that certain thing with what? With some faith. And watch how God works. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.